Hello and welcome. This video is brought to you by thestreamingadvisor.com. Tailor your entertainment with streaming. In this video, we're actually going to be talking about modding Stardew Valley. And if you're wondering why I do videos on video games now and then, it's because this is what I do to relax. But I know that sometimes people get stressed out trying to make their games work correctly. So I just do this as a little favor to that community that's given so much to me. Now, what we're going to use in this video is called Stardew. This is a mod manager. And if you are running more than a couple of mods at a time, a good mod manager is really, really helpful. Stardew is available on nexusmods.com, and you see that what it allows you to do is see the mods that you've got and even choose a little checkbox to show you which ones need to be updated. This saves you the time of having to go to, say, nexusmods.com and look through all of the latest updates to see what you've got and what needs to be updated. It all works together here. And so what I'm doing is I'm going through and clicking on the little green update links, which are just hyperlinks that bring you back to the Nexus Mods website and opens it up. You see it keeps flashing up on the screen. I've minimized it so that it doesn't blow up the entire screen. And when we're all ready to go to the next step, we'll make it full screen size and go from there. So we're just going to go down and clickety click. If you notice how at the top it says we've got 27 mods to update. Look at that, I got 1,087 mods right here. I pretty much try a lot of them out. I don't use them all the time, but it's always good to keep everything updated either which way. So, you want to make sure you're signed in, and we are. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to check the dates for the mods just to make sure, like you'll see, we made this on like December 9th. And so, if a mod says that it needs to be updated, but it hasn't been updated since August or something like that, I've either updated it or decided, this is something that I don't use. But, now and then, but that's what I look for is, where it says last updated. That gives you an idea of if it's been in the last couple of days, then it's an actual new update. And when it isn't something that's been updated recently, sometimes I just knock it off because I know that I've already updated it. If you want to be thorough, update everything. I'm not telling you how to manage your mods. This is your game. This is your fun. I'm going to close out a couple because I don't even want to mess with them. I've used them and they've kind of like interfered with some of the things that I've been doing. So I'm going to close those out and it'll just make my modding updates faster. And we're just going to go through, but I'm not going to show you every single date. We're going to skip along and show you the next step, which is we want to open up the downloads folder because that's what we're going to need as we're updating it. So if you go all the way to the right of your screen, you find your little dots up there. Go to this downloads, and this opens up a section of your browser that shows you what you have downloaded. And you want to try to keep this cleared out. If you have things that you've downloaded in the past, you might see some other files and you can click clear all downloads. But you want it to be clean so that you can keep up with what you're doing. So now we're going through and clicking the little manual button over in Nexus Mods, which brings you to this page that shows you your mods and the download button for them. They make it very simple if you know what to look for. I like to line everything up so that I can get to them quickly because I kind of download these things in batches. And you'll notice as you click download that all of those extra files show up. But now in the downloads folder section, it shows you a couple of things that we've downloaded. We're not going to download every single thing that I opened up, but we're going to proceed to click. And you want to go slow so that you see all of these messages. You see that close, this, that, and the other. That's for WinRAR, the file manager we have. It's just asking if we'd like to update the service or something like that. We'll deal with that as we close things out. To try to keep things neat and tidy, we close out the other screens, and we're just going to go to the folder, and I'm going to go to my Start menu and open up my Mods folder. I'm going to have a video that shows you how to set things up in that way so that you can have shortcuts. But I've got all of my mods, it gets created by Smappy, but I made a shortcut to my mods. And when I update, I open the mods folder and I actually delete whatever it is that I'm going to be updating. Delete, 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 delete. If you know, you know. So we're looking for cut characters here. And it's always going to be in alphabetical order. So you get to the C's. We're going to delete cut characters and drag that mod into the mods folder. And you see I put it into the little section where it says mods. Windows created a shortcut because I go to this so often. Otherwise, you can just drag it into the folder, directly in. So now we're going to be looking for the tile sheets here. And you'll see that it says CP. That stands for Content Patcher. Your mods are always going to be organized, like I said, by alphabetical order. So if you've got something that's a Content Patcher mod, it's going to be in a section full of Content Patcher mods. There's always going to be that CP in the brackets. And this has 2 files to it. Let's expand that, and you can see that you've got the students and teachers and just the schoolhouse itself. So we're going to scroll down to the X's and see about that. But first we're going to go ahead and update some other things because that was a little heavier. So again, we've got a Content Patcher mod here. This is the Wayfarer. That's one of Fellow Clown's little fun mods. There we are. We're going to delete that. And again, drag it on over. Now, technically, you can update mods without deleting them. Some mods, it specifically says delete before. But I find that if you delete ahead of time, it saves you trouble. And you know that all of your files are going to be correctly put into place. So just seeing if we've got what I was looking for this. You notice the red schoolhouse has 6 files. And that's just what I'm looking for, because it had the 2 sections there. Some mods have multiple files. And that's because the mod creator might have maybe made a mod for a recoloring or a certain style of play. For instance, this has the lazy version of the Little Red Schoolhouse. That's because this mod has one version where you have kind of a quest to build a schoolhouse for the kids. If you're wondering what that does, it takes the kids out of the library and gives them an actual kind of like old-fashioned, like way before our time, one-room schoolhouse where the kids can go and learn. So what I like to use the full version, so I'm going to make sure I clicked on that, and we'll finish downloading. Let's see. There's another WinRAR pop-up. We're just going to close that off. You can buy WinRAR, but I find that it works just fine if you don't. Again, you have your 2 folders. I'm going to go to that mods section. And we're going to go down to the ends, to the X's. And you see there's, let's see. Just saw it. Moving too fast. Let's get down, find the X's. It's in alphabetical order. There we are. Little Red Schoolhouse. I'm not going to try to say that first name with the X. I know I'll just goof it anyway. Close it out. And we're going to drag both of these files in at the same time. And there we are. Now they're both in place. He must have added that the teachers and because there didn't used to be 2 folders when I had updated this in the past. Now, like, if you don't delete things ahead of time, you can get an effect like this, like where it will tell you, you know, you already have this, or, you know, it'll say something along the lines of, you know, replacing files or something like that. I'm trying to kind of create how that works. See, so we've already got the little red schoolhouse. If you were updating it without deleting it, see, you get this kind of message. And that's why I always delete it, because sometimes there's a file or two that it's already there, and when you copy over it instead of delete it, sometimes the mod won't work correctly. You go for help somewhere on Discord or in some, you know, mod question area, and they go, well, have you deleted the mod? So really that just saves yourself a step. You can say yes. And from there, we're going to close these out because we've already updated all of them. And we can go ahead and update more. But before we do that, we're going to go back to our mod manager. And you see up at the top it says we have 27 mods to update, but obviously we've updated a number of them. Not all of them. We're going to go to Tools, Refresh Mod List, and you'll see that it now says we have 22 mods to update. So we updated those 5 mods. They are now as updated as they can be for the date that we made the video. And we can move on and continue the process of going through all the rest of the mods. Now, that's not the whole point of the video. I'm not going to have you watch this entire thing, and, you know, because it's really just rinse and repeat at this point. But that is the way that I go about keeping my mods up. I do it almost every day. And, you know, maybe a couple of days go by. You know, it's kind of like gardening or something like that. I just keep at it. But by continually updating your mods, keeping everything ready to go, you can make sure that you don't have conflicts, or, you know, you can make sure that if characters change or get updated, you'll get that latest content. You know, this game is all about the story, and so it helps move the story along. Now, I hope you found that helpful. If you did, if you play Stardew Valley and found this helpful, and know anybody who needs some tips on this, please send this video along to them. I will actually have a more extensive video coming out about setting up that mod manager, setting up Stardrop. There's one I put out earlier that doesn't have any dialogue, and I'm going to do one that explains it more, just in case you need it, and get you all set up. So, that's that. I'm Ryan Downey, the Streaming Advisor. Like I said, please like and subscribe. I think you have to say that in a YouTube video. And, as always, stream on, my friends.